There is a moment everyone reaches, but almost no one understands. The moment where effort increases, but results don't. More trying, more thinking, more pushing. And yet, nothing moves. That's not failure, that's a signal. Most people believe life responds to force. More discipline, more pressure, more urgency, but force only works on things that are external. Life is internal first. And when you force internally, you create resistance. This is why some people work endlessly and stuck, while others move once and everything aligns. The difference is not intelligence, it's tension. Forcing always carries tension in the body, tension in decisions, tension in expectations. And tension sends a very specific signal to life. I don't trust timing, I don't trust myself, I need control now. Life does not reward that signal, it delays it. Here's the part most people misunderstand. Letting go is not giving up. Letting go is removing desperation from intentions. Desperation distorts judgment. It makes people chase the wrong opportunities, ignore red flags, accept less than they deserve, overwork without alignment, and then wonder why nothing feels right. This is especially true with money. Money is sensitive to energy, not spiritual nonsense, neurological reality. An anxious mind makes anxious decisions, and anxious decisions always cost more than it gains. That's why trying harder often backfires. You're pushing from fear, not clarity, and fear is loud. Life listens to what's loud, not what's logical. There is a quieter state where things move not fast but clean. The state begins when effort relaxes but intention stays firm. That balance is rare, and that's why it works. If you have been forcing outcomes lately, this video isn't judging you, it's explaining you, because forcing usually comes right before understanding. Forcing does not look aggressive. That's the first illusion. Forcing often looks responsible, disciplined, hardworking, but internally it feels tight. A constant pressure to make something happen, a fear that if effort pauses, everything will fall apart. That fear is the core issue. Here's the reality most people avoid. If something collapses the moment you stop forcing it, it was never stable to begin with. Stability does not require tension. Alignment does not require anxiety. Only insecurity does. Forcing in the nervous system in survival mode, it says, if I don't control this, I'm not safe. And survival mode is short term by design. It cannot build long term outcomes. That's why people burn out right when success starts forming. The body can't sustain a future built on panic. Let's define letting go correctly. Letting go does not mean inaction. It does not mean lowering standards. It does not mean waiting passively. Letting go means removing emotional pressure from intentions. You still move, you still decide, you still act, but you stop emotionally leaning on outcomes for validations. That single shift changes everything. Watch what happens when force is removed. Decisions slow down just enough to become accurate. You stop saying yes out of fear. You stop chasing timelines that aren't yours. You start noticing what actually fits. This is not laziness, this is intelligence returning. Money responds immediately to the shift because money moves through decision, and decision made from calm outperform decisions made from urgency. Every time. Urgency creates rushed investments, emotional spending, overworking without leverage. Calm creates patience, discernment, strategic timing. That's why relaxed people often make more money with less effort. Not because they care less, but because they think clearer. Here's something subtle but critical. When you stop forcing, life tests you, not to punish you, but to confirm the shift is real or not. You will feel moments where things slow down again. Outcomes don't immediately improve, the urge to push returns. This is the threshold. If you revert to force, life assumes you were not ready. If you stay grounded, momentum unlocks quietly. This is where most breakthroughs actually happens. Not during effort, but during restraint. When you choose not to chase, not to convince, not to prove, and instead you let alignment speak. Alignment feels different. There is effort but no strain, movement but no desperation, focus but no fear. It's calm but not passive, decisive but not rushed. Once you experience this state, you stop romanticizing hustle. You realize hustle is compensation for lack of clarity. Clarity eliminates noise. Here's the final integration. Nothing works until you stop forcing it. Because force is a signal of distrust. Distrust in timing, distrust in self, distrust in stability, and life does not cooperate with distrust. The moment trust replaces force, life recognizes immediately, not magically, mechanically, because calm decisions compound. So, if things have not been working lately, don't push harder. Pause long enough to remove tension. Act from clarity, not fear. And remember this: what's meant for you does not require pressure, only presence. Pure presence. Sit with that, because once force dissolves, flow does not need to be chased, it arrives. If you understood what I said in this video completely, I want you to like, share, and subscribe so you cannot miss another manifestation and spiritual awakening video. I'll see you in my next video.